Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And today we're going to be going into the Chamber of Aspects, one of the new Chamber of Memories stages that came out at the beginning of the second anniversary, technically last month, if you want to get specific about it. But this is a stage where you could only bring specific forces in to clear it. And those forces are Primal Demon, Shizu's Will, and Fount of Wisdom. Well, I feel like we got quite a few of those units in this meta, right? What got buffed by a literal shit ton? Oh, Primal Demon, right? We got not one, not two, but 3 Primal Demons in one meta. And it's time to put them on their own little team. So, I have curated a number of Primal Demons to use for your viewing entertainment. And the team looks like this. We have Lumi, because she's a new protector, and Synergy is a thing. Ramrus, ignore her. She's not a Primal Demon. But we have Primal Yellow. We have Black. Noir, I guess. Sorry. Yellow, Noir, Red, right? Yellow. Blue? Do they call her Blue? I don't know. But then we got Violet and we got Misery. So we got Violet, Misery, Rain, Jean, Guy, Diablo, and Blanc. All 7 of the Primordials on the same team. And I wanted it specifically like this. I went and specially leveled up Rain just for this. And I wanted to fit Misery in here somewhere, so I just threw her on as a support for Violet. And, I mean, this team should run well. I mean, if I wanted to, I could swap you out for Fount of Wisdom Diablo. He's also buffing Primal Demon, so then everybody would get stat buffs, right? That'd be cool. But I kind of want to use the synergy effect. So maybe we'll do 2 runs in this video. Maybe we'll do 1 run with the synergy effect, and then we'll do the run with Diablo, and see how much less damage he does for us, because he's just not as a good protector. So let's go and flip back to Lumi here, and we're going to run it. This should work well. The only 2 units that aren't Primal Demons on battle side is, Mirren and Gazel. Sorry. There are no other light Primordial units that I can use, and I actually don't think there's any more Earth Primordial units either. No, there's not. So yeah, y'all are stuck with this team. I still think it's a good team. It should run efficiently. We've got green orb changing, we've got orange orb changing, we've got technically another green orb changer, we've got the alt swapping, a butt ton of support. So, in theory, this team should work just fine. But let's see exactly how fine it goes. I couldn't even remember this guy's name. I had, Yamza. He made such little impact. The only thing I remember from him being in the fight is that he made Albus transform into even more Big Booba snake form, and for that I thank him, but didn't really do that much. He's got a lot of attack. He's got quite a bit of defense. He's technically weak against physical, but we're gonna nuke with magic because it's gonna work regardless. So thankfully, Guy's here to convert turn 1. I'm gonna give us 6 blues. It's gonna look real nice. We'll bring you in for Diablo, since Guy has Mirren attached to him. We don't need Blanc. Well, actually, no, because Blanc is turn 2 as well. So Blanc is turn 2. Mirren, that's attached to Guy, is turn 2. So we'll go ahead and just do this. Technically, I think we should send Guy last, because he is weak to physical, and he's also our strongest unit on the team, because he's 120. 27, 29... Oh, we hit Synergy twice there. Oh, that counter hurts. 32. Okay, so... yeah, it's best to send Guy last, but that counter hurts. So we're going to have to nuke quickly. That is an interesting hand right there. You know what? At this point, I kind of wish one of those was a green. Let's just go ahead and run it. There's nothing we can really do about it. Plus Violet is turn 3, so... let's get our stacks on our strongest units, our nukers, and I guess we'll just get a Violet ult, and we'll hold on to it for now, for funsy onesies. 95 skill points is enough to use, the orb changes that we need to, hopefully. Okay, there's an attack nerf. Oh, super counter. Well, take that, motherfucker. We have a good Guy Orb change, so that's perfect right there. And then we can swap the alt out. So, Guy Orb change, and then we'll... Well, actually I don't think we need to swap the alt out. We're going to have another blue come in, so I think we just take her out. Yeah, and then this will get Guy very close to an alt. Now, Guy will give himself crit. He will get the EX buff and the alt buff from Jean. The weakness damage we won't get from anybody on this team because none of us are wind. So that's the only bad thing. That's a hand right there. Okay. We're gonna have to forego an alt with Jean because we're just not hitting it. So you'll come out, and we will swap the alt away. We'll use Violet and Guy's orb changes. So we got a 6 hand right there. Get another stack on, and we should... I mean, I don't know if we're actually going to get an EX alt here. That's the thing. Why am I sending Guy first? Like, we'd have to get really lucky on Violet orbs or Guy orbs from here on out. Like, we need a lot of those, and we need to not also die. Which, this team is quite tanky. It's a full EX team, pretty much. Pretty much? No, it is. Pretty much? No, pretty much. I've forgotten Diablo. Bitch-ass Diablo. Doesn't have an EX battle unit yet. He's existing in that same little purgatory that Xion is, with no EX units. Well, at least Diablo has a protector, right? Xion doesn't have anything. We haven't had a new Xion since Warrior's Mind, the free-to-play unit. It's quite a ways back. Quite a ways back. So, I mean, we gotta get a Diablo and Xion next month. And they, for the love of God, they better be friggin' Earth units. There's just no way they can just ignore Earth for this long and get away with it. We might get an EX ult for Guy. I mean, that'll work, because he is physical. He's going to have the most buffs, right? Because alongside everything else, he'll have crit. Okay, and an attack nerf, apparently. One more stack. We got a good orb change here. Perfect. And... I don't think that gets us a Guy orb. I think one more turn after this will get us the Guy orb. Let's use yours, since yours is cheaper. So how many points are we going to have to use for this nuke? And more than what we have, I'm going to tell you that much right now. We might get a Jean ult. Or no, a Blanc ult, actually. No, we're just close on all three of them. Okay, fine. Cool, thank you, come again. Who do we sacrifice? Well, he has like, what, 1.2 million HP? Okay, perfect. We got a 2-2-2 spread. And his guard is leaving next turn. So we're going to be ready to nuke right here, next turn. And the amount of buffs we're going to get... Oh, do I still have that... I do have that charm on her. She actually has the highest attack, not Guy. So let's swap away. And then we'll use one of them. It doesn't really matter now, does it? Okay. So we're going to get EX alts for all three of these units. Let's see. So that's weakness and synergy resistance. That's magic. That's not going to affect Guy. Guy's going to have crit, though, so he'll have his own kind of stuff going on. What order? What am I clicking? Who do we reliably nuke with? Okay, we're going to have to probably not use Jean, because her weakness buff just does not matter here. And while synergy resistance is cool, I think we'll get more use out of a different skill. So, yeah, we're going to forego her buff for Jean's buffs. I think we have enough points for that. So you can leave. Perfect. Technically, I probably could have swapped Violet out to the back last turn. Oh well. Okay, so let's do... Well, do we need the crit? I don't think we need the crit. Well, we'll get the crit anyways. Why not? So yeah, there we go. We actually had enough to use everything. Perfect. So we're going to have the 100% alt buff, Another 70% for the EX buffs, because everyone's a Primal Demon. And we'll have the guaranteed crits for Guy. We have the magic buff for Violet. The space resistance down will help Violet do more damage. And I think that's it. And yeah. Alright, so let's send Violet first, and then we'll send Guy afterwards. Violet does 466, and Guy does... yeah, we'll watch his ult. 460. I don't think Guy's going to hit 466. Well, actually, he might, because he's 120. He's got that extra 20% on top of him, too. And higher stats. Technically. We'll see. I mean, if he matches, we're going to kill. 249. Oh, wow, that was terrible. Oh, wow. Really? Huh. We should have nuked with Blanc. Oh, and oh yeah, he has a heal. Okay, well, that actually was surprising that we did half the damage. I mean, 100% magic buff is very significant right there. So, okay, well, we've learned our lesson. Don't nuke with Guy, nuke with the ladies. I guess we're going to come back on turn 8 again, and we'll try the nuke again with this team. Okay, well, Yamza has jokes, because he, like, double countered Jean in the same turn, so she's just been at a much lower HP count this entire frickin' time. But I did replace the charm on Valentine. I didn't realize we still had the alt gauge on the highest attacking unit. Doesn't really help us when we're trying to get multiple EX alts. So I replaced it with the alt gauge on blue charm, which is working out fantastically because we're on turn 6 and we're getting, we're looking pretty good on EX alts right here. So let's use the swap, let's use the orb change again, and we pretty much just been living with this lineup because it's worked out fairly well. And so, yeah, we just need like 2 more orbs for Jean, maybe 1, depending. And we'll be... okay, there, see, the counters, man. Okay, I thought he countered again because it paused. Please don't hit her. Okay, it's an AoE. That's fine. Oh, there's a perfect. So we already know and understand that Guy is shit on this stage. He holds no candle to the 100% magic buff that Violet's going to give. So we don't need these 2 units. I never used him, actually, and I used him twice. Otherwise, it's just been these 3, which is why their health is so low, and they are essentially pristine. So, let's get 1 more stack on. We don't need to use Guy's abilities, so that's 80 points that we can save right there. Let's do the swap, let's do the final orb change. This will get EX alts for all 3 of our lovely ladies, and we are ready to nuke this mother into the ground. 3 times the power, 3 times the waifu, for some people, and, oh, perfect. Perfect, look at this. We couldn't have made it any better. So, what are our attack stats looking like on Jean right now? Because she's been the unit that's gotten buffed the most, 128%. You know what? Not bad for not starting with the big 3 for protection gauge. We only had 1 of them. So let's use this, 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 and this. And we have plenty of orbs left over. I mean, technically I could use Violet's orb change. We can get a whole hand of blue and we can call it good. This is like the perfect Jubilee hand right here. Like, this is what I would want to see, except I would need more buffs in the back. So, let's, all 3 of them have damage alts. Like, none of them have secondary effects. So, let's do normal... No. See, I almost made a mistake there. Newer players, keep note of this. Never send the normal orbs first, because look how low our health is. There is, and we've known this because he's countered us like 4 times, just on this character. We could send these 3 orbs, and she can get countered twice, and she'd die, and we'd never see her ult. Don't send the normal orbs on the nuke turn first, because if you're, especially at low health, there is the possibility of you dying, and you never get to ult. So, for future reference, don't do that. He's got 1,000,000 health left. Alright, I think we can send all 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then we'll follow up with these. How much damage do we do? We'll watch her ult. We'll watch her gracefully walk in with those legs and the personality shot. Baby. I still can't say that word. I'm not even gonna try. 617. We're not gonna make it to Jean. 687. Damn. We're too strong now. We're too strong. I kind of wanted to see Jean. Although, yeah, because she has the synergy power. Oh well, doesn't really matter. There we go. Primal Demons for the win. Let's come back around the same kind of turn 6 or something with the Diablo team and see how well that fares instead. Okay, well, we do have higher stats, but now it's Blanc's turn to get countered a bunch. So we're on turn 5, so we still have 3 more turns to go. But the good thing is that Diablo doesn't need people up front to effectively stack, because he's stacking alt resistance down on the enemy. So we can freely take people out. The only thing is that we're not getting alt gauge for Violet. So that's the only kind of big issue. Let's go ahead and use the swap here, and then we'll use her orb change, and then we're just going to get Blanc out of here, because she has her EX alt. We don't need her up front anymore. We can just have Guy up here, and we can have double alt, or double orb changers. We've actually used Diablos quite a bit, because we've gotten really lucky with just single greens popping in. So that was pretty lucky on our end. We almost have a Jean EX alt right there, so good. I mean, based on last time, we only needed 2, but I don't know how much weaker Diablo is going to be, because we're not continuously stacking attack, we're not getting the synergy buff anymore, so things may get a little bit more interesting here. We can do the Guy orb change, we can take you out for Blanc, and then use the swap, and then we can bring Diablo in just to keep her out of harm's way, because she is just too low for my liking with 2 more turns to go. I don't trust it. This should get us Violet's normal ult, at least, which, having ults with this team is a lot easier to manage. So actually, I want ults sooner rather than later, because the more ults you have is the more guaranteed blues off the swap you're going to get, which means that you'll need to orb change less and less, because inherently you're only going to have like 3 normal orbs coming in, or 4 normal orbs coming in, and since we have 2 triple orb changers, well, I mean, see, I say that, but actually it works out, because we have Diablo, right? We can yoink one of those greens using his skill, and then just use Violet's skill, and we'll look pretty good. And again, we don't need to use Guy's buff anywhere, so next turn is the turn. So we're going to look pretty good. We're just not going to benefit quite as much, I would say. Are we actually going to get... well... Are we actually going to get everything that I want to here? Almost got to a Violet EX ult. I think we'll be okay. 340 points, we have enough to do everything. It's fine. So, let's see what happens here now that we don't have the synergy resistance to really take effect. We don't have the synergy power coming in. We still don't have weakness damage, so this nuke will inherently be weaker, unless I'm underestimating the stacks of Diablo, of which we are up to 100%? 100-something percent? 135%. A significant amount, right? Alright, well, let's buff. So we've got 2 EX alts. We'll send the 2 EX alts first. We'll try and get Jean in here, and then maybe Violet finishes up with her normal ult. So she's only going to get the 100% versus the 170 on these 2. Not really a terrible loss. So send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll see how much damage we do here. So we did like 650 to 680 with these 2 on their EX. So let's see how much less or more we do. Probably less. Oh. Oh, she is on Fount of Wisdom. She is on Fount of Wisdom. That's right. She is getting the damage buff. Why haven't I noticed that this entire fucking run? Oh, man. Typical Dokkan player can't read, right? Typical Dokkan player. Fount of Wisdom. Stupid motherfucker. Okay, so let's backtrack. How much did Jean do? I think that's the... Wait, did we even get to Jean's ult? Alright, hold on. Okay, so Blanc... Come on. Jesus Christ. Can you pause when I want you to pause, please? 10 seconds back. Launch the nuke. Come on. I don't... Stupid Windows thing. Send it. Why am I talking so much? Alright, almost 1 million. Just shy of 1 million, because she is getting that extra 60% damage buff from Diablo. Really good. We cut him down to almost nothing. And then Jean ends up at 536k, which is, 100-ish less than what we were getting with Valentine, but that's still a pretty respectable number for not being type advantage, not having the weakness buff from the Protector. It's still good damage right there. So, I mean, Violet would have hit probably like 400k or something like that, maybe a little bit less than that. Well, actually, probably a lot less than that. She'd probably hit like 350 or something, because she's not getting the EX buff either, from either having an EX ult and then the 70% from the EX ult buff from Jean. So, okay. I mean, yeah, that worked out fairly well on both teams. Obviously, Diablo is an older Protector. He doesn't stack as fast. He's going up by 30 points. But you can, use multiple times with him to get our cap increase further along, even though it didn't really get that because he's stacking at 30. So, but either way, the Primal Demon team worked out pretty well in this type neutral, mostly, stage. So, stupid on me for forgetting that Blanc is on Fount of Wisdom. I am the opposite of Fount of Wisdom. I am the whole of stupidity, I guess we'll call that. So, you can bash me in the comments, but let me know what you guys think of this video. That's it for me. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.